If you've spent any time on this site, you know by now that installing or improving the insulation at your facility will save you big money in energy costs. Now it's time to talk about actual case studies, and joining me with the numbers is Brian Joyce.
Thanks a lot, Tom. You know, the insulation industry is one where a person can really do the math and point to actual cost savings as a result of work being done. I have a few examples we can briefly run through with some numbers courtesy of the National Insulators Association and the Department of Energy. Now, some of these numbers are really eye-openers when you take a look at them, Tom.
Well, let's take a look at them. Let's start with the paper mill down in Jackson, Alabama with Boise Cascade.
Just by replacing pipe insulation, they spent $25,000. That's all they spent, $25,000. Their savings, $80,000, and that's a payback in less than 4 months, Tom, so it's paying for itself in 4 months.
Let's go to Kingsport, Tennessee and check in on Eastman Chemical.
Well, they took a best practice approach to insulation just by basically going through their plant and making necessary changes to maximize impact of their insulation. And get this, $1 million in identified savings with re-insulation cost of only $300,000. That's a rate of return in 4 months.
We go up to Pontiac, Michigan now to see what's up with the GM power plant.
They did the same thing. They replaced some missing insulation and other repairs. They saved roughly $298,000 a year.
All right, Indianapolis, Indiana coming up next. We're checking in on National Starch.
Repair and replace some insulation. Their savings, another good figure, $125,000 a year.
These are all amazing. How about the chemical plant in Texas City, Texas, belonging to Sterling Chemical?
Well, they already had some insulation. All they did was improve the insulation that they had. Their estimated savings, $123,000 a year. It is amazing, it really is. This Dow plant right here in Louisiana, look at this. Just by replacing, repairing, and improving insulation on a steam system, this is not a joke. The potential savings, $811,000 a year, almost $1 million, Tom.
Another one well into six figures, the Meade Westvaco plant down in Silsbee, Texas.
They commissioned an insulation strike team to go through their plant and repair poor and damaged missing insulation. By reducing heat loss by just 10%, almost $500,000 a year, $486,000 just by 10%.
Big companies, big savings. Let's check in with U.S. Steel, Gary, Indiana.
By proper sizing type and thickness of insulation and improving maintenance of insulation systems, their potential savings will be in excess of $1.5 million. I'm talking $1 million a year. That is a lot of money.
Let's check in with Bayer now. Huge savings in Institute, West Virginia.
Well, all they had to do was improve and replace some missing insulation. Their potential savings, here we go again, almost $1 million, $926,000 a year. So Tom, I've shown you some of the numbers of various size from a variety of different projects, but the bottom line is all these projects result is actual bottom line savings. And when we took a look at all those companies, there were some staggering numbers.
Yeah, they are impressive. Brian, it really seems like anyone who's trying to maximize the efficiency and productivity of their operations, they should be getting involved with insulation upgrades or installs.
Yeah, especially with oil right now going for $100 plus per barrel. These numbers will only get bigger and bigger.
Thanks, Brian.
You bet.
And thank you for clicking.